Before you hear what really happened, stay until the very end, because the final revelation left an entire room frozen in disbelief. What looked like a shocking public rejection quickly turned into something nobody expected. Cameras captured every second. Fans immediately started asking questions. Speculation spread everywhere. Yet the truth behind Tian Xiwei's sudden decision to walk away from Zhang Linghe during one of the biggest events of the year was far more emotional than anyone could have imagined. If you enjoy dramatic fictional stories filled with unexpected twists, emotional moments, hidden secrets, and unforgettable scenes, subscribe now and turn on notifications because this story will keep you guessing until the very last moment. The city sparkled beneath thousands of lights. Luxury vehicles lined the entrance of the grand venue. Photographers crowded behind barriers. Reporters prepared microphones. Fans filled every available space hoping to catch a glimpse of their favorite stars. Inside the massive hall, preparations for the annual entertainment celebration were reaching their final stages. The event was expected to dominate headlines for days. Major actors, famous actresses, directors, producers, industry leaders. Everyone important seemed to be there. Among the most anticipated arrivals were Tian Xiwei and Zhang Linghe. Although neither expected to become the center of attention that evening, fate had other plans. Hours before the event began, Tian Xiwei stood in front of a mirror inside a private dressing suite. Her elegant gown shimmered beneath soft lights. Stylists moved around the room making final adjustments. Everything appeared perfect. Yet something felt different. Something felt wrong. She glanced at her phone. Again, and again, and again. Each time her expression became more thoughtful. One assistant finally noticed. "Is everything okay?" Tian Xiwei immediately smiled. Of course. But the answer did not sound convincing. Because hidden inside her phone was a message she could not stop thinking about. A message she had received earlier that morning. A message from an unknown sender. At first she ignored it. Then she read it again. And again. Every time she read it, the uneasy feeling returned. The message contained only one sentence. "If you attend tonight, be prepared for a surprise involving Zhang Linghe." No explanation. No details. Nothing else. Just those words. Normally, she would have dismissed something so vague. But something about it felt strange. Uncomfortable. As if whoever sent it wanted her to know something before everyone else. Throughout the afternoon, the message remained in her thoughts. Even while preparing for the event. Even while speaking with staff members. Even while smiling for cameras. The words refused to disappear. Meanwhile, across the city, Zhang Linghe was preparing for the same event. Unlike Tian Xiwei, he seemed unusually calm, relaxed, focused, almost excited. Several members of his team noticed the change immediately. One manager even joked that he looked happier than usual. Zhang Linghe simply smiled. "Tonight is important." That was all he said. Nobody understood what he meant. Not yet. As evening arrived, the venue became a sea of flashing lights. Celebrities walked across the red carpet. Fans cheered loudly. Social media exploded with photographs. Every entrance created excitement. Every appearance generated headlines. Then Tian Xiwei arrived. The crowd erupted. Photographers called her name repeatedly. Cameras followed her every movement. She smiled gracefully, posed confidently, answered questions professionally. Yet deep inside her uncertainty continued growing. The mysterious message remained in her thoughts. A short time later, Zhang Linghe arrived. The reaction was equally explosive. Cheers echoed throughout the area. Reporters rushed forward. Photographers captured endless images. Everything appeared normal. Everything appeared perfect. Until the moment their paths crossed. Inside, the venue, guests gathered near the main ballroom. Conversations filled the air. Music played softly. The atmosphere felt elegant and celebratory. Then it happened. The moment nobody expected. The moment that would dominate conversations for weeks. Tian Xiwei spotted Zhang Linghe approaching from across the room. Several nearby cameras immediately focused on them. Fans watching live streams became excited. Everyone anticipated a friendly interaction. A greeting. a conversation, a photograph, something ordinary. Instead, something shocking happened. The moment Zhang Linghe reached her, Tian Xiwei looked at him. Her expression changed. Then, without saying a single word, she turned around and walked away. The entire room froze. Conversation stopped. Smiles disappeared. Confusion spread instantly. Even reporters looked stunned. What just happened? The question echoed everywhere. Within minutes, social media exploded. Videos spread rapidly. Millions of viewers began analyzing every second. Some claimed they had argued. Others believed a misunderstanding had occurred. Several online accounts invented dramatic theories. The speculation became endless. Yet nobody knew the truth. Not even Zhang Linghe. As Tian Xiwei disappeared into another section of the venue, he remained standing in place. Surprised, confused, concerned. He replayed the moment repeatedly inside his mind. Had he done something wrong? Had he missed something important? Had a misunderstanding occurred? Nothing made sense. Throughout the evening, the mystery deepened. Whenever reporters attempted asking questions, neither provided answers. Whenever cameras focused on them, both remained professional. Yet the distance between them was impossible to ignore. The tension became the main topic of discussion. Hours passed. Awards were presented. Speeches were delivered. Performances entertained the audience. Still nobody understood why Tian Xiwei walked away. Then the event reached its final segment, the most important award of the night. The audience became silent. Nominees appeared on large screens. Excitement filled the room. When the winner was announced, applause erupted immediately. To everyone's surprise, the award went to Tian Xiwei. The audience stood. Cheering echoed throughout the venue. Cameras followed her as she made her way toward the stage. She smiled, thanked everyone, accepted the award. Then she approached the microphone. Nobody expected what happened next. For several seconds, she remained silent. The audience waited. Then she began speaking. The speech started normally. She thanked the production team. She thanked fans. She thanked colleagues. Everything sounded typical. Then her voice became more emotional. Sometimes life surprises us. Sometimes people surprise us. And sometimes we discover things that force us to see situations differently. The room became quiet. Everyone listened carefully. Tian Xiwei continued. Earlier today, I received information that made me question someone I trusted. A wave of curiosity swept through the audience. She took a deep breath. I believed it. For several hours, I believed it completely. More silence. More confusion. Then she revealed the truth. The message she received that morning had suggested Zhang Linghe was planning to publicly embarrass her during the event. Gasps filled the room. Many people looked shocked. Others exchanged stunned glances. Tian Xiwei continued speaking. The message claimed he intended to reveal something personal in front of everyone. It sounded convincing. It sounded believable. And for a few hours, I let fear influence my judgment. The audience listened without making a sound. Then she looked toward Zhang Linghe. Her eyes reflected genuine emotion. That is why I walked away. The room collectively inhaled. Finally, the mystery had been solved. But the story was not over. Far from it. Tian Xiwei continued. After walking away, I discovered something important. The message was completely fake. Someone had deliberately tried to create conflict. Someone wanted misunderstanding. Someone wanted division. Someone wanted a public scene. But they failed. The audience erupted into applause. Many people stood. Others smiled. Relief spread throughout the room. Yet one final surprise remained. Tian Xiwei turned fully toward Zhang Linghe. Then she said something nobody expected. I owe you an apology. The room became silent once again. Every camera focused on them. Every eye watched carefully. Tian Xiwei stepped down from the stage. Slowly, she crossed the room. The same room she had walked away from earlier. The same room where confusion had begun. This time, everyone watched in complete silence. When she finally reached Zhang Linghe, she smiled. A genuine smile. The kind that instantly changes an entire atmosphere. Then she extended her hand. The audience erupted. Applause thundered through the venue. People stood cheering. Some even became emotional. Zhang Linghe smiled before accepting the gesture. The tension vanished instantly. The misunderstanding disappeared. The entire room seemed lighter. Then something unexpected happened. One reporter later revealed that before the event began, Zhang Linghe had actually prepared a special congratulatory gift because he believed Tian Xiwei would win an award. The irony stunned everyone. While she feared a public embarrassment, he had been planning a public celebration. The revelation spread everywhere. Fans reacted emotionally. Comment sections exploded. The story became one of the most discussed moments of the year, not because of conflict, not because of scandal, but because it reminded people how easily misunderstandings can change everything, and how quickly assumptions can create distance between people. Long after the event ended, long after the cameras stopped recording, long after guests returned home, one image remained unforgettable. Not the moment Tian Xiwei walked away, but the moment she walked back. Because sometimes the most powerful step is not leaving. Sometimes the most powerful step is returning. Returning with understanding. Returning with honesty. Returning with the courage to admit when you were wrong. And perhaps that is why this story remained unforgettable. Because what began as a shocking public moment ultimately became a reminder that trust is strongest when it survives misunderstanding. And sometimes the truth arrives just in time to change everything. If you enjoyed this emotional fictional story, leave a comment sharing what you would have done in Tian Xiwei's situation, and subscribe for more dramatic stories filled with surprises, emotion, unforgettable twists, and moments that stay with you long after the story ends.